Let me explain to you guys why botting is so fucking stupid. Like, I see a lot of people saying that, like, if you bot your shit, eventually you'll get, like, real engagement because it will make your stuff go up in the algorithm. That's not how that works. So, first of all, most algorithms can detect spam. And the way they detect spam is usually an account that is using a profile picture that's very common, or they don't have one at all. An account that basically follows loads and loads of people, but has no followers. You know what? You guys know what spam accounts look like. Well, AI and like automated systems have a way of just automatically detecting those profiles, so they filter them out of the algorithm. So when you buy followers, those followers are still not going to be included by the system, if you know what I mean. So what will happen is the system and the algorithm will treat you like they did before, but now you have an added problem because they also can detect spam on your profile. And I actually know how buying followers works because I used to buy followers when I was 12. How it works is you create like an alt account on a follower app and you spend however much money for however many followers you want, and it's actually not a lot. Like, I think you can get something like 10,000 for £100, which would be like $150. And what will then happen is it will basically automatically, using that fake account that you made, like that like blank account, it will follow loads and loads of people automatically in the app. And then you will get like a credit on the app, and you can use that and log into your real account and buy, and then transfer that credit into followers on your real account. So basically, but most of the people behind spam accounts did actually set those up, but they kind of just exist to follow people automatically, so that the person who's buying followers gets credit. So that's kind of how it works. Yeah, you can use your real account for that, but then you'll be left following like 6,000 people, if you know what I mean. So that is how that works. So bear in mind, they can detect that it's a spam profile or like a blank account. So even, I mean, maybe in like, when I was like 12, it was like, the systems were like less functional. So the algorithm weren't able to detect fake followers, which meant that people could literally just, get their views up by fooling the algorithm into thinking that they have more engagement than they do. Now, the problem with it nowadays is that systems will sometimes straight up just nuke accounts that are spam accounts, especially if you set them up from the same IP address every single time. So what happens now is most of those followers that you end up buying, their accounts will be deleted, which is what causes people to go down like an insane amount of followers very quickly. Is, let's say 100 people in one area, because that can sometimes happen, especially in big cities, make accounts. Or let's say one person makes loads of fake accounts on the same IP address. That means if the system detects them as spam, all of those accounts die, right? And that means whoever had a follower from that IP address will lose that follower. So when you see Sprite dropping followers, like 100 followers in like a day, it's probably because he was using like a very fucking shitty fake follower app that was easily detected as spam, and Twitter killed off a bunch of their accounts. So buying followers is probably one of the most useless things you could do. The other problem with it, which I haven't even mentioned, is engagement. These people it's literally like buying like a beaten up Ford Fiesta that looks like a Ferrari, right? You're literally buying followers just to get that like lots of follower mark by your like account. Like, you're literally just buying followers to get that look that you have loads of followers, but you're not actually going to get any of the benefits of it, because these followers are literally just accounts people set up to get credit to buy followers. basically you're buying a bunch of other people who are also buying followers. So it's like a bit of like a ring of botting followers. So the problem is you won't get engagement from those people because it's an automated process. You can buy likes as well, and it's basically the same thing, but for likes. It will like using your fake account, it will like a bunch of people's profiles, you get credit, and then you transfer it to your real account to get likes. But the problem is, you're buying like a whole different, you have to then spend money on top of that for engagement. And at the end of the day, it will still look very sus, because, if you make a video and you don't keep it up and you don't keep purchasing engagement, it will have like 15 views and all your others will have like 100,000. So that's the problem. You don't get the engagement. So you're basically just buying the look of someone that has engagement without the benefits. And nowadays, you can't really trick the algorithm into thinking you have more followers than you do, because it's so advanced that it can now detect when someone is buying followers. I mean, I stopped doing that about age 16, and I just nuked all of the fake followers from my profile. I went through my profile and I blocked and removed every single one of them, because it's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing buying followers. So most of these people in the sector who have a lot of followers and there's not really much reason for them to. For example, like Josh, Jim. These are people who are known by a very niche online community. There is literally maybe Jim's the streaming side of things are legit, but on Twitter there's no way 32,000 people know who he is, in my opinion, because it's not the same username. It has nothing to do with his streams, that Twitter account. It's like the Kiwi Farms Twitter. I thoroughly do not believe that 21,000 people know what Kiwi Farms is on Twitter. Most of the people who know what Kiwi Farms are the types of people that lurk on image boards and forums. They don't really use mainstream platforms, and even then, it's a very small group of people. We're maybe talking 5,000 at most. So it's suspicious to me. And there is a way of keeping it up by just buying more followers every so often so that you don't drop that number. But with Sprite Header, again, there's no way 400 people knew who Kiwi Farms Sprite Header was. So, especially, now we know who Sprite Header is because he inserted himself in everything like an attention seeker. But at the start of things, this guy still had 450 followers. That was before he started commenting on anything relating to the sector. And now he has 340 followers. He dropped 100 followers. And by the way, this didn't happen gradually. It happened within a 24-hour period. I was literally on the phone to Insane Hermit the night before. Then I woke up and I was like, wait, did you notice that Sprite Header just lost 100 followers? That's the thing. With Josh, the thing that makes me think he's botting is when you go onto his streams, most of the time, it almost looks as if the chat is automated. Some of the responses are the same thing a bunch of times. And the chat, I think there was a clip someone posted where the chat looks like it was still going after the stream had ended, which is kind of can be a glitch when you buy followers. The other thing is, I'm sorry, 4,000 people do not care about Chantel's Kiwi Farms thread. There's no way. It's just not realistic. The types of people that have a lot of followers, I'm going to be honest, there's there's 5 things that I think can get you well known. Either you're really hot and you're followed for that reason, you do lifestyle videos, number 2, you do lifestyle videos, or the types of things. Here's my camping experience, here's my travel experience. Number 3, you're some sort of celebrity, like you're a singer, you're an actor, for example, Chapel Rowan, Taylor Swift. Number 4 is that you kind of got viral, like the girl who said Hawk Tour. Or number 5, you teach a skill, you have a skill, you do makeup or something like that. But most of the time, people don't just get famous for even the people who talk about drama, it's still, they're a lifestyle influencer. That's what they do. But if like Trisha Paytas, for example, she talks a lot about drama, but she also does like hauls of her stuff and makeup videos and stuff. It's not enough to just talk about drama. That just like that. How would that make you any different from all the people that watch these influencers? So everyone has a thing that makes them well known, and there's just no way that some guy who runs a niche forum is going to have as many followers as some of these influencers. So the thing is, I mean, they could be real, but at the end of the day, like, can we be realistic about how many, like, my thread is one of the most popular on the website, and it's still just the same 10 people replying to each other all day and every day. Like, yeah, it has a lot of views, it has a lot of interaction, but it's always the same people. It's always the same people. So when it's always the same people, why would there be like 1,000 more on the stream than are in these threads? And it's not just my thread. With Ralph's thread, of all of the most popular threads, it's always the same few people in the threads. So are you telling me suddenly when he streams, there's another, 3,000 people that we didn't know about? Like, I don't know, buddy. But, like, buying followers, it never works out in anyone's favour. It never does, because you're not getting engagement. You're not getting the benefits from having that many followers. With me, I feel like sometimes I get more engagement than people that have, like, 1,000 or 2,000 followers. And that's because, like, every one of my followers is someone that's decided to follow me. So when I do streams and I get, like, 75 to 100 views, but I only have 600 subscribers, everyone's like, how do you do that? The answer is literally, I seem to be one of the only people that doesn't buy followers. So 75 people want to watch me live. Like, this is how you... Like, it's embarrassing having, like, less followers when you start out this stuff. But at the end of the day, if you keep at it, eventually you're going to have a massive real audience. Like, fake followers can't defend you and fight for you if you get, like, cancelled. Fake followers can't, like, contribute to discussions and stuff like that. If you ever do meet and greets, they can't come to them. So that's just my advice.